Yes, you did read the title correctly. Hello, guys. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi. Nice to meet you. My name is Glory and I crochet stuffed animals for a living. Yes, you read the title right. I am going to pack 2 orders, uno dos, and that's it. Let me move the camera so that we can pack orders together. Now you may be wondering,
Glory, why do you only have 2 orders?
let me explain. Speaking of orders, let me bring out the orders in question. I know. They're so cute. I did a great job, I will say. But let me give some context. These 2 orders are not just any 2 orders. These are 2 orders from my Patreon tier that I recently started called Crochet Crate. Basically, every month I will send you limited edition tiny plushie. I have 2 members in my Crochet Crate that I started about 2 months ago, which may not be a lot, but to me, that's a lot. I don't have a lot of people buying plushies from my shop anymore. And you may be like, Glory, what? I used to have a lot of orders that I couldn't keep up. And now I barely have many orders coming in. I have other streams of revenue that have increased in the past couple of months or so. And that is because dwelling and wondering about why my business in that aspect was not doing super well, I've come to the conclusion that it was literally because I cannot market. I cannot market well. I cannot market well enough. Turns out I suck at marketing. Who would have thought? What a shocker, right? But I suck at marketing, and because of that, most of my marketing comes from social media, as you know. And now on one hand, I was obviously a little sad because I was like, why don't people want to buy my handmade plushies anymore? And then I realized that that wasn't necessarily the case because I looked at other crocheters that do things similar to me and I saw that they were also getting sales. So I knew that it wasn't necessarily that people didn't want to buy my product. It was more so that I suck at advertising for my product. I always advertise for crocheters, from patterns to my book that's coming out, link in bio, to my pattern club on my Patreon. When it came to marketing, I was always a crocheter first person instead of a person who wants to buy crochet first person, which has led to a decline in physical sales, but an increase in digital sales, which on one hand, I'm really thankful for because it's not as much work necessarily to make a pattern versus just crocheting a plushie. But on the other hand, of course, it can be quite a bit of work to make a new pattern that's nice and original every single month. If you're wondering what the crinkling sound is, I'm opening up my fall themed wrapping paper. Let me take some wrapping paper. I'm gonna put it in each box. And I know that I don't have a bad product. That is the thing. I know that I don't have a bad product. I just have to improve on my marketing skills so that other people can see the product that is good. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie, it's been really nice to just be able to focus on 2 orders at a time, really put my heart and soul into those 2 plushies, and then send it off to each customer knowing that I have made it 100% my best. For this season, I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful for these 2, Crystal and Sophia. If you're watching this, you're a real one. I'm very thankful to Crystal and Sophia for joining my Crochet Crate on my Patreon so that I could continue making plushies that I love and that they love too, hopefully. Anyway, usually when it comes to packing, I usually use boxes. And I used to actually just use, just mailers, just poly mailers. But on the very beginning of my business, as I started to ship out my orders in poly mailers, I noticed that the poly mailers would always make the plushies squished, flattened. Those people at the UPS or the USPS, they don't take the best care of the packages, which is fine. I mean, at the end of the day, they just see a box. They don't know what's in the box. They just see a little bag. They don't see what's in the bag. So it's not too big of a deal, but I didn't want my plushies to arrive squished in the customer's location. So in order to combat that, I decided that I would use boxes to ship instead. And packaging was always such a struggle for me. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I put the tissue paper inside so that it could look flat, so I could put other things on top. You'll see. So now I always pack every single plushie in a box because I don't want it to get squished. And at first, when I started this business and I started crocheting plushies, I was really struggling with how to ship plushies because they were such an they're always an odd shape in general. And I didn't really know how to ship odd shapes like that. When I have only a few orders like this, I do like to write a handwritten note. And I typically put the handwritten note on like a sticky note. On one hand, you may hear what I just said and be like, Glory, you're literally so lazy. Hold on. I've noticed that not a lot of people keep a majority of the things that you put in your packaging. This is typically what I would write on a cute little letter. Even though I don't use business cards, I do believe in putting like a sort of stamp on your packaging. And my name tags are my stamp, if that makes sense. I usually put this right on top, right on the back, so that they see the little note and then they can remove it and then they see the care instructions for the plushie. I think that's very important because not a lot of people know how to take care of a handmade stuffed animal. And that is one of the most important things. Now, usually, because these are hang tags, I would usually take twine and I'd wrap them around the neck of the plushie, just kind of like how you see it in the stores. But these ones are really small, so I'm not gonna do that. Instead, I'm gonna do something a little different. But let me write the letter for Sophia. Done with that. Now back to what I was saying. I noticed that not a lot of people actually keep the business cards. And one thing about me is that every single piece of packaging costs money, unfortunately. I know, it's so sad, right? Every piece of packaging costs money. So therefore, I have to make sure that what I'm purchasing for my business when it comes to packaging has to be worthwhile, i.e., has to be something that my customers actually want to keep. And if you guys don't want to keep half of the things that I put in my packaging, then it's like, what's the point? Putting stickers and all those cute things are so fun. But at the end of the day, if you don't use them or keep them, then it's like, what's the point? Okay. So because of that, I tend to stay away from packaging that uses I tend to stay away from too much excessive packaging because if you guys aren't going to use the things in the packaging, then I feel like I'm doing a disservice, not only to you, because it's just like, you just have you just have to have all these things that are just chilling in your package. But now I'm doing a disservice to Earth because I'm making more waste. I'm making bows. You'll see. I literally don't care whether I have 2 orders or 2,000 or well, yes, I do care actually. But what I'm trying to say is that I appreciate every single order because let's keep it real, handmade plushies are not cheap. They cost quite a bit. this is what I'm thinking. I'm trying something new. I made this little bow and I'm thinking of putting it on the top like so. Is that not I feel like that's so cute. I feel like that is so cute. Ugh, my goodness gracious, that's so cute. Put a little bow, and this will just go right on top of the package, like so. I like to stick them on there because I feel like in transit things, if I just like put the hang tag like straight in the middle, it would just like move around during transit. And then by the time the customer actually got the order, it would just be like, you know what I mean? It's not the cutest necessarily, but it works. And I think it's cute, so 10 out of 10. So that's for Crystal. I'm gonna close up this box. I'm posting this video kind of as like a gag, hee hee ha ha. I only have 2 orders, but also as like a reminder that if you're starting a small business and you may be in this position where you only have 2 orders, you might be discouraged just seeing that you have 2 orders. I wanted to make this video so that you could maybe not be as discouraged, you know? Yay! Then you stick it on the top. I like bows. I think bows are so cute. Don't you think? Anyway, oof. With that being said, now I can close these up and package them and ship them out. There. Look at that. Look at that. I custom made my tape, and when it came in the mail, I was like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. You know, I have yarn and then animals that I like to crochet most often. And then I realized that the background kind of looks like the Bath and Body Works. I know, I was a little annoyed at that, but I was like, you know what? We're just gonna have to keep it pushing. And done. That is it. That is it. I'm also glad sometimes when you have a small amount of orders, you're able to just focus on those 2 and give them more attention and care. So now my 2 little boxes, they're ready to ship. I just have to print out their little things and then I'm good to go. Thank you so much for watching this video. This was kind of a goofy video, but I feel like it was informative as well. Let me know if you're starting a small business, and if you're in the same predicament as I am, we can be buddies together. All of my links are in the description, including everything I use, everything I crochet with, and take care, go to sleep, take a nap, run, jog, get a pumpkin latte, and that's it, guys. See you soon. Take care. Bye.